The team at Pugs is excited to simplify the development of their conversational experience using Dialogflow CX. Stick around to see it all in action. Hi, I'm Priyanka Vergadia, and in this episode of Deconstructing Chatbots, we will help our friends at Pugs create a conversational experience for their customer support using Dialogflow CX. Before we dive into the console though, let's lay out our use case requirements first. We know that most of their user requests are to order dog shoes, so it makes sense to start with the order flow first. In this flow, we want to collect order information from the user, including the size and the color of the shoes, and then present a confirmation. If the user confirms, we end the flow, and if they want to edit the order, then we gather the new size and color from them and then place the order. Now that we know what we are building, let's head to Dialogflow CX console. The easiest way is to get there from the documentation. Create a new project, make sure you enable billing and the Dialogflow API. Then we go back into the Dialogflow CX console and click on the project we just created. It prompts us to create an agent. That's exactly what we want to do. We name it, select the location where we want it deployed, and the time zone, and the language, and we're good to create. Now, notice that within a project, we can create multiple agents. We have our default start flow with our start page, which comes with a default welcome intent. So let's go ahead and test it. At this point, all it does is greets the user. We want to create a transition route from the start page that leads to the order flow. Create new intent. Let's name it and add some training phrases. Let's add some basic ones such as, I would like to place an order. But we also need to add some specific phrases with color. Let's add, I want to buy green shoes for my pup. As soon as we add that, notice that the color parameter automatically gets created with sys.color entity type. And this color parameter will be stored in the session for us to access in other pages. Also, since the user has already provided the color, our agent will not ask for that information, providing a more natural experience. Now let's add another example with the size. Want to get large shoes for my husky. Now we see that the large is not automatically identified as a parameter because size is unique to Pug's use case. So let's fix that. But before we do that, add a transition to new page where we will collect information and save it. Let's go into Manage, Entity Types, and then Create New. Name it Size and add small, medium, large size in there with some synonyms. Now, while we are on the Manage tab, let's go into the intent to see if we can add our size parameter now. Add one or two more examples with both size and color to add some variety. Let's head over to our Collect Information page and add the entry dialog to let the user know that we will collect some more information now. Then add the parameter. Size is a required parameter, and if a user does not provide it, we want to prompt them with the fulfillment here. We repeat the same for color as well. With that, we are ready to define our transition routes from this page. And in this case, we don't need to trigger an intent. All we need is to make sure our parameters are filled in. So we look for the condition to match page.params.status equals final. Once all the parameters are defined and collected, which means both size and color in this case, that's when the status will turn to final. This is also where we can match other conditions, such as if the parameter.colors equals red, then send to a sorry page because that color is not available in the inventory. Once the status equals final, condition is met. We would route the user to the new confirmation page. In the confirmation page, let's first add the entry dialog to share what they have selected to buy. We can access the parameters in the session by using the $sign. We don't have any parameter to add for this page. For the transition routes, we want to have a yes and a no route. For yes path, let's create a new intent and call it confirmation.yes and provide a few training phrases that indicate yes. Save the intent and then add the transition page as success. Do the same thing for no route. Success page is easy at this point. All we need to do is add a nice entry dialog. For the transition route, add true in the condition to force and select end flow as the transition page. Now the failure page. We want to see if the user wants to change their selection or they just don't want to buy today. For that, we add the entry dialog and then add the transition routes. If they say no, we just want to add a goodbye page. Quite simple. But if they say yes, then we send them back to the start of the flow to make their color and size selections. Now, let's test it. That doesn't quite work. And that's because the parameters are already filled. We need to clear up the parameters before the state changes to the start page. And we do that in the parameter presets in the yes intent transition of the failure page. Let's test it again and we see that the flow is all set. All right, so that was a lot. We created the entire order flow from scratch by creating a bunch of pages. We also learned how intents, parameters, and entities work in conjunction with the pages. I am very excited for the next episode where we will extend the Pugs conversational experience further by adding multiple flows. Until then, I look forward to seeing your thoughts on this episode in the comments below.